Hey guys, Kurt with Time Machine Transport. So I just, David, David the mechanic from G8. I know you just subscribed to my channel. I'm not smashing on you. But my truck, after I got the oil change and a new fuel filter and an air dryer filter, and I was blowing black smoke. But anyways, the black smoke is gone. But I'm over here in Texoma, Texas now. I left Moriarty, New Mexico. But anyways, I was hammering down and there was still a lot of smoke in my rearview mirrors. I'm like, man, don't tell me something's really desperately wrong. But it looked like it was white smoke, not black smoke. Black smoke is completely different than white smoke. White smoke means you have a problem with your fuel. Could be bad fuel, water in your fuel. Could be a bad fuel filter, or dirty fuel filter, or you're sucking air. So I stopped over here because I'm like, I can't keep rolling like that. About 280 some miles I went. And she was puttering a little bit too, but not too bad. But anyways, I just popped the hood and I just pulled everything apart and tightened everything. Well, maybe David didn't tighten up the reservoir, but I did a video on how to do a fuel filter on the road to save yourself some money. Now, I'm gonna turn the camera, I'm gonna grab my flashlight. So it almost looked like in the fuel reservoir, it almost looked like the truck was, like the fuel was shaking in the truck. And I was like, that looks like air. So it was all the way around the fuel filter, and it looked like it was shaking with the truck, but it's not supposed to do that. So it was air in there. So I just, like I said, I just pulled everything apart, grabbed all my stuff out, grabbed my wrench, my fuel filter wrench. If you do this, make sure you have that Detroit wrench. Anyways, you guys look down in there. Actually, I'm going to turn the view. Hold on. Now it was up here, and then up here it was all shaking. Like it literally looked like it was shaking with the truck, but it wasn't. It's still sucking air. You're not supposed to have any air, any bubbles in that whatsoever. So I'm gonna grab my wrench and I'm gonna tighten it down again. Like I said, I pulled this off, I took this reservoir off to see maybe remember when I did the video on my other fuel filter changing video, sometimes you can pinch the O-ring in here, but David didn't do that. And then this one sometimes can get cocked in there, but that was fine. So what I did is I took it all apart, and then I cleaned it with a rag, and then put it all back together. I took my funnel light, and I dumped my fuel back in here. But like I said, when I stopped this a minute ago, I've only been here about 10 minutes, and my fuel was up to here. Now it's all the way down, and you can it's still drawing air in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and retighten this and retighten this, or tighten it some more. I'm going to pause you guys for a second. All right, guys. I found the culprit. It wasn't David at all. So it's still sucking air, right? That's bad, but look at that right there. See that fuel right there? Coming that, see where my light's shining out right there? That's a fuel pump. So that means that, see that residue on there? Shouldn't be doing that. So it looks like possibly I have a cracked fitting right there, or a hose. So I don't want to get too crazy on it because I'm kind of, let me see if I can turn my, there we go. All right, yeah, now you can see it. See that wetness on that, where those lines going right there? That's your fuel pump. Anyways, it looks like on the back side, the hose on the very, very far side there next to the motor block, it looks like something might be coming out of there. So I don't really want to get crazy with it, but you can see she's sucking air. So it's definitely not David's fault, the mechanic. Sorry about that, David. But of course I assumed it was, because I didn't, before you blame somebody, obviously do your due diligence. But anyways, so that's the problem. That's why I'm sucking air. and that's probably why I ended up going to the TA to begin with. So it needed an oil change anyways. Definitely needed an oil change and filters. And I needed a new fuel filter, no ifs, ands, or buts. So that was definitely due. But it looks like on that back side, it looks like that hose back there, if you can look on there, it looks like it's really, really wet back there. So I don't want to get crazy on it, because if I bust that line, I'm going to be calling roadside service. I don't want that. So sorry, David. But I guess I had to go to the point. But I'm surprised he didn't see that. But it's not his fault. He was just doing his other job. So unless it just happened, which I don't think so. But anyways, like I said, you're going to do stuff like this, be smart about it. You know, it's better to suck a little bit of air. Oh, dirty now. Better to suck a little bit of air and blow some white smoke. Well, I mean, I need to get over to a truck stop right away, or a mechanic right away. So, I don't even think, man, I don't think I'll have to Google a mechanic around here tomorrow and see if they can pull that apart. Because like I said, if you're going to do this stuff, yeah, okay, save yourself some cash. Go ahead and save yourself some cash. No ifs, ands, or buts. But like I said, be smart about it, man. I mean, it's still going to run. It's still get me to point A to point B. Might look a little silly going down the road blowing some white smoke, but I'd rather be blowing white smoke than sitting on the side of the road sucking smoke. So, anyways, so that's, but I guess go to the easiest point first, and that was check the O-rings and make sure it was tight enough. But like I said, just if you're going to do this stuff, be smart about it, and don't do it unless there's, you know, you can do it yourself and fix it, obviously, but if you know if you're in the middle of nowhere and that's your only problem is you're dripping a little bit of fuel, don't take that apart, man, because you will. If you break that hose or break that fitting and you don't have any extras, you're going to be calling roadside service or a tow truck. So that's going to be a lot more expensive, and it's going to hurt your ego a little bit more than blowing white smoke going down the interstate. So anyway, sorry again, David. I apologize. But yeah, so that's a little bit of knowledge for you. So anyways, please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.